Alleged man. Hello everybody, and welcome to this video. I'm Alleged Man, and I just want to say welcome to the new year. Hope you've all had a wonderful holiday season. Yeah, I'm finally back making content. It was not my fault. I'll explain why. So, as you all have known, um, a little hurricane called Hurricane Ian happened and destroyed South Florida. And we also had another hurricane. I forget the name of it. I think it was Nicole. Yeah, that destroyed another part of Florida. And that left me without internet for 3 months. Oh my gosh, yeah! 3 months with no internet. And it screwed me up for a long time. So, yes, to explain everything, we had Hurricane Ian in late September. So, what that did was that knocked out Southwest Florida, and I had to escape to the south. And then when we got our power and water back, we went back to the house. Everything was fine. We cleaned up. We had considerable amount of damage, but the house was still up, as you can see. And yeah, we're fine. We're still cleaning up somewhat. Most of it is done with in our area. But when it first started, it looked like a Oscar the Grouch theme park. I swear to God, it was. Yeah, there was trash everywhere. It was just littered with trash, trees, and just fencing debris, boats everywhere, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. It was nuts. Starting around early October is when we got our internet back after we got our electricity and water back. And then one day, like the second week of October, I was going to make some Escape from Tarkov content, and that's when my internet went out. Right before I was going to do it, I took a nap. I woke up. My modem was all flashing red. I tried to power cycle it 3 times, and it wasn't working. And that's when the whole 3 months of no internet started. The day after my internet went out, what I did was we called the internet service provider many times. We got them to come out at least 7 times. Okay, 7 times. Okay, over the course of 3 months, we had to get 7 line technicians to come out and try and fix the internet. And it wasn't until the seventh guy came out that they actually fixed it. Okay, what we discovered from the first technician, he told us that the phone pole box behind the house, it was flooded, it was damaged, there was broken fuses, broken wires everywhere, there was no indicator light on the phone pole box. And yeah, he couldn't replace it, he couldn't do anything, but he noticed the problem. And that's what started the whole thing. He noticed the problem, he identified it right away, and then that's what started the whole journey to get my internet back. And it was just chaotic, man. From the first guy, he told us all that stuff, and then we had a second guy come out, and he did nothing. He went up on the phone pole, and then he fiddled around with the wires, and then he got down and left. And then we got a third guy out. He knew the problem. He knew what to do, but he didn't have the equipment to replace the box or anything like that. But he knew what they needed to do, and yeah, that was the thing. The fourth guy came out and said the same thing. Like, every one of these guys said the same thing. Yeah, you need to replace the phone pole box on the phone pole, and you need to rewire it, and we need to redo the network or whatever. So, yeah, they kept telling us that, and then they wouldn't do anything about it. There was no intercommunication between the line technicians or the subcontractors. Nobody was communicating with each other. They just kept doing the same thing over and over and over again, and then with no results. So, once they identified the problem, they got down and went home. It wasn't until the sixth guy that actually replaced the box, okay? The sixth person that came out actually replaced the box while we were away from the house, and then I think he wired the box wrong because we weren't getting internet after the box was replaced. Now, the seventh guy comes out, he fiddles with the box. We go out and we talk to him, and he goes and checks our the box on the side of the house to make sure we're getting a connection. And he was reading all the manual inside the box, and so he hooked us up correctly. I guess the sixth guy ran the box wrong. He did what he was supposed to do. He rewired and everything, but I think he wired the box wrong. So after that, we got the seventh and the eighth guy out, and the seventh and eighth guy were working together. So they went up. They checked. We checked the modem. We checked the box on the side of the house. We checked the box on the phone pole, and then we corrected everything. And then we finally got internet. So yeah, 3 months of that talking to our internet service provider, and there was just no intercommunication. When they're a telecommunication company, you're supposed to be communicating with other people to get this stuff fixed. I know the recovery is going slow, but you have to talk with the other people. Okay, that's why this whole thing lasted 3 months. We couldn't get to talk to anybody until I had to hound my ISP on Twitter, and I actually told them, you have to replace the phone pole box. Here's a picture of it. I gave them all the information that the line technicians told me, but none of the line technicians were communicating with each other. The ISP was not communicating with the subcontractors or anything. This is insane. Okay, this was insane. And it wasn't just me that was suffering from no internet. There was other people in the neighborhood also hooked up to that box that had no internet. And so we had to complain a lot, and we just wanted to give up at one point until yesterday. And until yesterday, bam! Internet restored. Yeah! I was so happy about yesterday. And I was like, a sense of normalcy came back. It was great. I've been updating my computer. We've been updating all the hardware. We're gonna catch up on all the streaming shows and whatnot. And man, the biggest pet peeve is that nobody was communicating. Nobody was communicating. The ISP wasn't communicating with the subcontractors. Subcontractors weren't communicating with the ISP, and then it was just chaotic. So we had to take matters into our own hands. We were kind of like Batman. So yeah, when my internet was restored, it was January 5th. Okay, so January 5th, 2023. So a couple of things to note. We had to be Wi-Fi nomads for a while. The thing that really helped us was, sadly, grocery store Wi-Fi. Yeah, we had to live on grocery store Wi-Fi, and we had the local library Wi-Fi to help us out. So, in order to get internet, we needed to go to the library or we needed to go to the local grocery store. So, yeah, that was our internet time, and we had to set aside time to drive out to the library, to drive out to the grocery store, just to get internet. And yeah, grocery store, library, you're the real MVP, okay? You're the real MVP, really. So yeah, 3 months of that. And yeah, I also want to thank the 7th and 8th line technicians. They actually fixed the problem. So yeah, good for you guys. When we got the internet restored, I was about to sing the oldies, man. I was about to run around the backyard and sing the oldies. It was great. And yeah, so this was all due to Hurricane Ian. Hurricane Ian, go fuck yourself. So with all that being said and done, we need to talk about how we can better our internet and what we can do to improve America's internet as well. Couple solutions. One of those solutions is that we need to get light fidelity in America, and we need to spread it all across the U.S. and the U.S. territories. Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, America, Samoa, and Puerto Rico. And the other territories if we ever get any more territories. So, yeah, light fidelity. Go look that up. We also need municipal internet. Okay? Municipal internet is a concept to which some cities already have it. Chattanooga, Tennessee has it. Some places in Colorado. Some places in Massachusetts. They have it. And what it is that the municipal broadband is run by the city instead of a corporate privatized internet service provider. So it's usually run like a co-op, like through the city. So like maybe like the electric company, like the one in Chattanooga is called EPB. I think it's called Electronic Power Board. Their internet, their fastest internet is they can do 25 gigs per second. 25 gigs per second. That's pretty good. Okay, that's probably the fastest residential internet in the continental U.S. So it's expensive, but you know what? It's worth it because you can get the privatized corporate ISPs, out of there, and they won't nickel and dime you. It's just probably an installation fee and then one flat fee after that. I don't know how expensive it is, but I hear that you can that it's somewhat cheaper, and the city gets paid money because you run it like a city utility, like water and power, and you pay for it like your water and power to the city. So if we can build a municipal internet system and nationalize it across the whole continental U.S. and the American territories, it would be a whole lot better. Now, another solution, and this is the best solution, you're gonna love it. The Technical University of Denmark, you're awesome. They came up with a piece of equipment that's like a microchip that is super duper fast, and I'm gonna show it to you. There's a news article that we're about to read. I'm gonna jump cut this video and I'm gonna show it to you in a second. So let me jump cut this video and we'll bring the article to you, and we need to talk about it. So yeah, if we can use this technology and make it part of a municipal broadband internet system, man, we can have the best internet in America, and we can have the best internet in the world, so to speak. So yeah. Okay, everybody, we're back, and this is the article that I wanted to show everybody. This is about a microchip that can do petabit internet per second data transfer. So yeah, let's go through it together. Okay. So it says, title says, a new chip is capable of transmitting all the internet's data every second, and it could make the internet more environmentally friendly. This article was done by a guy named Anthony Wood. It was posted October 25th. So while my internet was still knocked out, this was posted. It was also updated later on in the same day, so October 25th, 2022. So, okay, here we go. Let's kind of read it together. An international team of scientists set a new data record by transferring 1.8 petabits in a single second, the equivalent of twice the world's global internet traffic for that period, using a cutting-edge optical chip paired with a single infrared laser. So, lasers attached to the freaking microchip's head. Attached to their freaking heads, man. Yeah. Our modern-day civilization runs on a torrents of data that are encoded in pulses of light from binary computer languages of ones and zeros. We all know that. Binary code! So, yep. This is kind of like a basic, basic understanding. So, yeah, binary code, ones and zeros. So, all right. And where possible, transmitted around the world through a global network of fiber optic cables. Yep. So, yep. The internet's a series of tubes. Yeah. Okay. A new study published in the journal Nature Photonics, which I have right here, which is it explains it a little bit, but it's only a preview. Yeah. So we'll read that too. A team of researchers from the Technical University of Denmark have broken the record for the largest amount of data transferred in a single second. Researchers made use of a custom optical computer chip that was capable of using a single infrared laser to create hundreds of light frequencies, each of which can be imprinted with data. And they show data from Star Trek and Next Generation. Funny IGN. Funny, yes. This was posted on IGN. So yeah. These light frequencies are separated by a fixed identical distance, like the teeth of a comb. This is the reason that this type of device is known as a frequency comb. So comb it through your hair, and you gotta look pretty, okay? The researchers sent data encoded on the light down a 7.9 kilometer long optical fiber, measured the amount of data transferred. It was discovered that the chip, with its single infrared laser, was able to transmit data at an astonishing rate of 1.84 petabits per second. For context, 1 petabit is the equivalent of 1 million gigabits. According to a press release from the Technical University of Denmark. We'll open that right up right now. And then new transmission record. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we're going to read that, and then, yeah. According to a press release from the Technical University, the 1.8 petabit per second transfer rate achieved by the team is equivalent of sending the entire internet traffic usually sent in that period globally twice. So using the state-of-the-art commercial chip technology in use today, the researchers estimate that it would take 1,000 lasers attached to their freaking heads working in concert to transfer the same amount of data in the 1 second time frame rather than a single laser used by the team. Furthermore, the newly produced chip wasn't optimized for the purposes of the study. All right. In fact, some of the characteristic parameters were achieved by coincidence and not by design. Hey, awesome. When you discover things by accident and it helps the world, that's what you do. Okay? That is what you do. Okay. In fact, some of the parameters were achieved by coincidence and not by design. Commons Professor Victor Torres company from the is that Superintendent Chalmers from The Simpsons. Okay, Chalmers in technology. Okay, head of the research group that created the new chip. However, with efforts in my team, according to him, we're now capable to reverse engineer the process and achieve with high reproducibility microcombs for target applications in telecommunications. Thank you. We need this technology in America, across the world, everywhere. We need this technology now. We should have had it years ago. I'm tired of privatized, internet companies screwing people over, with data rates and high pricing for low internet. And you know what? This can fix the problem. This can fix the greed of the telecom companies. Now, these people who made this can also be greedy as well. Okay, humans deny, limit, abuse, exploit, and do other things horrible to other human beings. This is just a facet of that. So, sorry, side tangent. The new chip could also make the infrastructure of the internet more energy efficient. Hey, the hippies will love it. In other words, our solution provides a potential for replacing hundreds of thousands of the lasers located at the internet hubs and data centers, all of which guzzle power and generate heat, explains Professor Leif Katsuo Oxenlow from the Technical University of Denmark. We have the opportunity to contribute to achieving an internet that leaves a smaller climate footprint. Yay! Let's make the hippies happy! A theoretical study also conducted by the team, which suggested that a single chip of the new design could be scaled to transmit as much as 100 petabits of data per second. 100. If we could have that. 100 petabits per second. Oh my gosh. That's faster than Speed Racer can drive. Shit. This could be a real game changer. Further development of the technology will be needed before the chip can be used in a practical way. However, scientists behind the study hope that their research will significantly influence how future communication systems are designed in the coming decades, in which time data is used expected to rise at a dramatic rate. So yes, data on the internet gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it expands. And yeah, so if you're still on dial-up, you're fucked. So yes, let's go to the other parts of the articles, which was the nature of photonics, petabit-per-second data transmission used in a chip-scale microcomb ring resonator source. This is the abstract. Optical fiber communication is the backbone of the internet. Essential core technologies are approaching their limits of size, speed, and energy efficiency. There is a need for new technologies to further scaling of data transmission capacity. Again, what I said, data on the internet is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We don't have the fast internet that we need to encompass and use all that data, because it'll be going slower than elderly molasses mud wrestling. That is really slow. It's probably slower than turtle mating season. So yeah. Anyway, source based on silicon. Here we show that a single optical frequency comb source based on silicon nitride ring resonator supports data capacities in the petabit per second category or regime. Every time I hear regime, I think politics. I'm sorry. We experimentally demonstrate transmission of 1.8 petabits per second over a 37 negative core, 7.9 kilometer long fiber using a 223 wavelength channels derived from a single microcomb ring resonator, producing a stabilized dark pulse curve frequency comb. We also present a theoretical analysis that indicates that a single chip scale light source should be able to support, okay, so exactly what I said earlier, 100 petabits per second. In a massively parallel space and wavelength multiplex data transmission systems, our findings could mark a shift in the design of future communication systems targeting device efficient transmitters and receivers. So, yeah, we need to harness this technology and put it in America and make it a municipal system across all of America and all the world. Please, somebody, for the love of God, do this. Do this right now. It should have been done 10 years ago. Okay, so, all right, let's read this article. How long is this article? Oh, that's pretty long. Okay, so let's go through this. New data transmission record using a single light source. Okay, we said all this. Less power, and it can reduce the climate footprint. Okay. Yep. Okay, experiment. Corresponds. So yeah, you can read this article. I'm gonna put all the links to this article in this video. So yeah, you can read this on your own time. And yeah. In conclusion, we need to use this technology to build a municipal broadband internet system across America and the rest of the world. This is a pro-human idea, and it would be good for humanity to do this. We need to communicate better, and we need to have better technology to do this. And this is a solution. We also need to have, like I said, we need to have light fidelity, Li-Fi, which was a piece of technology invented by a guy named Harold Haas. Okay, if we can use that because it's better than Wi-Fi. If we can use light fidelity, which is LED lights based on transferring data as well, so we can use that mobily, and we can use this new optical chip, infrared laser, and microcomb and all that stuff. So we can use this stuff to build a better internet system for communication across America and across the world. So let's do it. Let's build it. Let's demand it from our politicians to build this system. And let's make sure this patent is free for everybody to use. Thank you, Technical University of Denmark, for coming out with this information and letting us know about it, because we need it. We need it, and we need to have it for everyone to use. Okay? So let's build it. Let's get on it. Let's start doing it right now. We should have had it years ago. Thank you for watching this video. Please share it. I will put all the links in the article in the description. So please share this video, and we got to inform people about this information. Okay, and we have to demand it that people build it. Okay, we can do better. We can do better for, you know, the future. Okay, folks, please take care of yourselves, and please share this video. Again, share this video, like this video, comment on this video, and, you know, take care of yourselves. And when a disaster comes, we need to learn how to fix and communicate with each other. Take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.